Which brings us to the gold medal winner, Wall Street itself, with the theft taking place daily on the markets. This is likely to have already cost investors over $9 trillion, dwarfing all the other frauds that have come before it. What is the mechanism by which this robbery is taking place? It's the license for Wall Street to issue shares in companies without their permission and sell them for 100% profit into the market, diluting the company's investors and leaving massive amounts of fake shares in the market through a process called naked short selling. How does the scam work? Short selling is a legal process by which a broker can allow a trader or fund to borrow shares from a company shareholder and then sell these shares on at a higher price, hoping to then buy back at a low price at a future date. Naked short selling is the illegal process by which the broker lends a share without actually having a share to loan, which means they are selling something they don't have. This was made illegal by the SEC in 2008, the same year Wall Street ate one of its own, with the Lehman Brothers collapsing in a record-breaking $619 billion bankruptcy, 5 times the size of WorldCom. And Lehman's CEO, Dick Fuld, blamed naked short selling for driving Lehman's into the ground. And Bloomberg also wrote, the biggest bankruptcy in history might have been avoided if Wall Street had been prevented from practicing one of its dark arts. As Lehman Brothers struggled to survive, as many as 33 million shares in the company were sold and not delivered to buyers on time, according to data compiled by the SEC and Bloomberg. That was more than a 57-fold increase over the prior year's peak. The SEC has linked such so-called fails to deliver to naked short selling, a strategy that can be used to manipulate markets. And despite this massive bankruptcy and then the global financial crisis that followed, exactly 0 people were charged with any crime. And now here we are, 15 years later, with hundreds of thousands of retail investors and now CEOs complaining openly of continuing, ongoing, illegal, rampant naked short selling to manipulate share prices downwards, destroying shareholder value and robbing companies and their investors. Don't even naked short sellers have to cover their positions and eventually find shares to buy to cover their short? No, the stock markets say that all trades must be covered within 2 days, but there are plenty of loopholes to avoid this. First, if a broker does not cover, they file a failure to deliver, or FDD, which buys them a few more months to push the price down and cover later. Secondly, they have ways to fake covering by using off-exchange transactions in dark pools where FINRA and the DTCC do not track all the transactions. And third, they have ways to fake covering by using locates of the same share to cover multiple trades, or to fake the transaction as a long trade instead of a short trade, and a whole bunch of other scams. The result is they can flood a company with sell orders, pushing the price down, scaring people into selling their shares at a loss, and then they can cover back at their own time over the next few months, or simply never cover at all and leave fake shares in the market, which can be a multiple sometimes of the company's true shares issued. As Elon Musk tweeted in 2021, you can't sell houses you don't own, you can't sell cars you don't own, but you can sell stock you don't own? This is BS. Shorting is a scam. How big is the scam and how much is it costing investors? In 2022, stock market losses wiped out $9 trillion from American investors, while hedge funds made record profits. With a falling stock market, the main way you can make these profits is of course through shorting. Now, while not all $9 trillion in losses would be the result of naked short selling, this is just 1 year. Take 10%, multiply over 2 decades, and the losses from the scam should certainly exceed that number. Imagine a scam 140 times the size of Bernie Madoff. That's bigger than an FTX collapse every single month after month, for 20 years and counting. Well, how do I know all of this? Well, I'm Roger Hamilton. I'm the CEO of Genius Group, which has been attacked by naked short sellers. And through the conversations I've had with our lawyers, with other CEOs, and with leaders that have been in this fight for 20 years, these stories of companies past and present are well documented and already have been reported. So this has got to stop. We're now taking the fight with a growing number of CEOs and investors to join the movement, and we won't stop until we get action. The solution is simple. Stop funds and brokers from being able to sell shares they don't have. Make every short sale tied to evidence it's backed by a loan share, or no deal. All it takes is the SEC enforcing this on the DTCC and via FINRA, or the Justice Department or FBI taking action that the SEC needs to then follow, as this is robbery on an epic scale, where every month is another FTX. So what do you think? Do you agree with Wall Street that there's nothing to see here, or do you, like us, want this to stop?